Good morning dear students. Today we are going to start our English grammar class with most important chapter number 6, active voice and passive voice. As you know dear students, this chapter is very important to you for competition exam also. Not only for class 8, this chapter is important for class 10th also, class 12th also, and for competition exam also, because this chapter is generally asked in many type of competition exam and many type of supervisions. So you have to study this chapter very properly. Because of that, if you didn't study about that type of chapters, then you maybe have a problem in your nearby future. So you have to know about this chapter, what is active voice, what is passive voice, all that thing you have to know. Dear students, once again I am going to told you like that. For this chapter, at first you have to discuss about tenses. Without tenses you couldn't solve this type of chapter. Because of that, this chapter is completely based on tenses only. If you have a great knowledge of tenses, then you can solve this type of sentence, or you can construct a sentence active to passive, and it will be easy to you if you learn about tenses. Dear students, at first if we will talk about what you mean by active and what you mean by passive. If we talk about active voice, then in that type of voice the sentence is being in the form of subject, verb and object. Generally we write like one sentence is also written here like Arman plays cricket. Then we can say that in this sentence Arman is subject and plays is verb and cricket is object. Then it is in the active voice only. We know that in active voice we have to write the sentence in this formation: subject, verb, object. But when we talk about passive voice, then construction may be opposite. At first you have to write object, means this object we write first one only, after that verb, after that by and subject. All that thing you have to construct according to that one only. You have to knowledge of this thing. If you are writing active voice, then at first you have to write subject, verb and object. But if you are making sentence or changing sentence active to passive, then at first you have to write object, after that verb, after that subject. That type of formation you have to write. Dear students, generally we know that if we talk about passive voice, with the name of passive voice, one most theory is here. If we talk about passive voice, then you have to mind that thing on that time. On this type of sentences passive voice, you have to write verbs only third form. Means if anyone told you about passive voice, then once a thing you have to put in your mind, passive voice means verb third form. Dear students, it's a general knowledge about the active voice and passive voice, how to construct. And in this one more thing you have to put up in your mind. With the subject you have to write by also, like by Arman, by Ram, or by Syam, something like that. Here written Arman plays cricket, then cricket is played by Arman. Dear students, this sentence is simple present. Many type of formations are there. According to tense we have to change. If active voice in simple present, then you have to change is am plus verb third form plus by plus subject. That type of construction we will study in that type of rules. Dear students, now we will discuss about subject pronoun and object pronoun. It is very important part. You have to learn that thing. In subject, if I is written, then in object it will be changed into me. If in subject it is written you, then it will be changed into you only. He changed into him, she changed into her, it into it, we into us, and they into them. Dear students, it's a general knowledge about active voice and passive voice. Once again I am going to revise. Active voice means subject to a sentence formation into subject, verb and object. In passive voice, object may come first, after that verb and subject. If anyone asks about passive voice, then you have to put one thing in your mind: verb third form, by plus subject. That's about the general knowledge of active voice and passive voice. Subject pronoun and object pronoun also you have to change. I into me, you into you, he into him, she into her, it into it, we into us, and they into them. Now dear students, we will discuss about tense formation. If subject is given which tense, then how to change that in another sentence. That type of things we will discuss now. Dear students, now we will talk about tenses. According to tense, how can we change sentence into active to passive? If active voice sentence is given in this type of formula, then how can we change into passive, or how can we construct a passive voice? All that thing we will discuss now only. Dear students, I change the three sections here: first, second, third, first, second, third, first, second, third. Dear students, at first I want to tell you like that. And in this one, we know that only for the simple tense, continuous tense, and perfect tense, active to passive formation may be possible. And perfect continuous tense is never be changed into passive voice, like present perfect continuous, past perfect continuous, and future perfect continuous sentences never be changed into active to passive. So I don't mention here active passive in present perfect continuous, past perfect continuous, future perfect continuous. I didn't mention. And one more restriction is here about the future continuous. Future continuous also didn't change into passive voice, so we didn't have to write that type of structures. Dear students, first thing, this one is about present tense only. Second, three is about past tense, and last three is about future tense. Here first one is about present simple, second one is about present continuous, and third one is about present perfect. First one is about past simple, past continuous, and past perfect. And here future simple, future continuous, and future perfect. That's about the tenses formation. Means if sentence is given in this form, like present simple subject plus verb first form, or verb first form plus s or es plus object, then you have to change sentence according to this one. At first you have to write object, after that is and verb third form plus by plus subject. Dear students, I will write here one formula and one solution here. If you have any type of doubt, and then you can ask through Google Meet. I write here like subject plus verb first form. One example I will write here like Ram play chess. Dear student, in this one Ram is subject, verb first form plus s or es, this one formation is here. After that object is also here. So now if we are going to change this sentence into passive voice, then at first we have to write Ram is subject here, and this one verb, and this one is object. So at first we have to write object. Object is which one? Chase. After that chase is singular, so we have to use is. After that verb third form, verb is what? Play. Then change into played and by, and after that Ram. It is the passive construction of this sentence. Second sentence is about present continuous, like Ram is playing chess. Dear students, in this one also Ram is subject, helping verb is, verb first form ing, and this one is object. At first we have to write object, then chess is being, verb third form play, then change into played by, and subject is Ram here. After that present perfect tense, Ram has played chess. Ram is subject, according to this has, verb third form, and it is object. Object at first we have to write chess. Singular is, if subject is singular, then we have to write has. If subject is plural, then we have to write have. Chess is singular, so I wrote here has. Chess has been, verb third form, play third form is played by, and subject is Ram. After that past tense. Dear students, this all sentences about the present tense. According to formula, I write here example also. After that also you have any type of doubt, then you can ask through Google Meet class. Now simple past, subject verb second form plus object, then Ram played chess. This one is example. After that what we have to do, object plus was verb plus y plus subject, then object is what? Chess. This one Ram is subject, verb is played, and chess is object. So object we have to write chess was, because chess is singular, so we have to write was. Singular is there, then you have to write was. If subject is plural, then you have to write was. Chess was. After that we have to write verb third form here. I don't write here, but you have to mention it. Was played by Ram. This means here you have to write verb third form because I didn't mention here. After that, subject plus was verb plus verb ki first form plus ing means you have to write after the sentence is about like that. Ram was playing chess. At first object, chess was being played by Ram. Now last one is past perfect. Subject plus had plus third form. Ram had played chess. Then chess had been played by Ram. Dear students, it's about past tense. Now we will discuss about future tense. Ram will play chess. Then chess will be played by Ram. After that, we know that future continuous never change, so we don't have to write any type of sentence. Now we'll talk about future perfect. Ram will have. We write will have because shall is always used with I and we. Ram will have played chess. Then chess will have been played by Ram. Dear students, it is the formation. According to this formation, we have to change active voice to passive voice. According to tense, we have to change. We have to use this type of formula. If sentence is present simple, then you have to follow this type of changes. Subject means Ram plays chess, then you have to write chess is played by Ram. Then subject formula also you have to mention subject plus verb first form or verb first form plus SES or object. Then you have to write object plus is RM plus verb third form plus by plus subject. In present continuous subject plus is RM plus verb ing form plus object is mentioned, then you have to write object plus is RM plus being plus verb third form plus subject. Dear students, in this passive construction, at first you have to write object, after that helping over verb, after that by, and after that subject you have to mention. According to this formation, you have to solve the sentences and you have to use this type of formation. Once again, I am going to clear one thing. In active to passive, perfect continuous tense never be changed into any type of tense, and one more restriction is here about the future continuous. Future continuous also never change, and present perfect continuous, past perfect continuous, and future perfect continuous also never change into passive sentences. Dear students, I hope you understand all that activities and all that formulas whatever I mentioned on blackboard. If you have any type of doubt, then you can directly clear through Google Meet class, or you can directly ask me through WhatsApp. Thank you so much.